I was called homely once, and I will never forget it.
So is homely a bad thing? You guys in the chat, you would say, is it homely a bad thing or not?
In the context to which I was called it, it was in comparison to being someone who is really good at like makeup and beauty. So it's like, oh, if you are really good at makeup and beauty, or you're homely.
You look like you churn butter for a living. Is that what they say? You're a butter churner. You make sure that the butter is churned.
Why is that a compliment? I love it. Why
you look like sourdough is your best friend. You look like the yeast of all time.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Say more.
So you look like you can grind your own beans. So that goes into
grinding beans.
Grinding beans.
You're
that
segueing.
That goes into the shower thoughts.
Wait, I just have to say that all of those were like the most. You look like you grow your own garden. Yes, that's everything I ever want.
Your fingernails have dirt deep within them.
All of the greatest things you could ever say to me as a wannabe, like, you know, homesteading crunchy mom, which I am not, but I very much aspire in some ways. That is just like, that's the hottest thing you could have said. All right, so we're gonna move on.
Was that all our shower thoughts?
Was it? No. Our shower thought, we haven't even started our shower thought.
No, we didn't.
Our shower thought we were gonna say was we were kind of talking earlier about what's the best type of coffee.
Yes. So the crazy thing about me is that coffee is just mind-blowing. I love it.
Should we tell them your coffee origin story, which also, the kitty cat's pawing at the cords, which also happens to be the genesis of our love story?
The genesis of our love story.
Should we explain your initial love of coffee?
Yeah. So how it started with my love of coffee and my love of my wife actually coincide with one another. So like, that's the craziest thing about coffee. It's when I met Alyssa, I did not have any idea what I liked as in coffee.
Or in women.
Truth. True talk.
Okay. Back to coffee. I was working at a coffee shop when we met. And so you came in for coffee and I saw you come in and you asked me you basically asked me to do like 1/3 of the cup as just caramel sauce with like a splash of coffee and then the rest of it cream. And I did that for you. I did. Did I judge you? Yes. I knew you didn't like coffee. And you kept coming in and kept coming in and kept coming in. And that's how we got to know each other, was because you continued to order coffee from me even though you hated it.
And you know what? I did hate it. And the only reason I was there is because of you.
And then now, fast forward 13, 14 years later.
I freaking love coffee.
And
I not only love it, I love the taste of black coffee. So that means my love for you is deep, deep, deep well of black coffee. And
yeah.
To the point where like I
You love coffee. You love coffee so much that you drink it black now. So that's interesting. It coincides. So all that to say, our coffee journey over the years, we've done everything, you guys. We've done everything. I feel like when we first got married, we had like a little brew machine, but we had a Keurig. And even though I was a barista, and I was a barista for 10 years, and I was like, okay, like let's just do what's easy and, you know, quick. Throw in a Keurig, whatever. We did that for a little while. Moved on to we started doing French press.
Yeah, French press was like kind of the gateway drug for me.
I really liked French press. I like doing French press. It's a little bit slower of a routine. I kind of like having a slow routine of coffee where it forces you to you take the time, you take care of it, you do it. It's good. I remember that we had, I think it was when we had 2 kids, and I remember being like, I am so tired all the time. I need my coffee ready before I even open my eyes in the morning. It needs to be hot. So I walk in the kitchen and I pour it out. And that's why I did the drip machine, because I could pre-program 12 cups of coffee the night before.
It's insane because I feel like our journey to coffee is is very different because you, from a barista standpoint, made this home ground coffee and delicious espresso, but then you started to degrade to drip coffee into like the Nespresso that we have now.
Right.
And
Listen, I'm not done with the journey.
But then
I haven't finished the journey.
But like for me, we diverged because I went to a point where I needed that black coffee and needed to taste the beans and the soil themselves.
You just want to taste beans.
I did just want to taste beans.
Yeah, that's who you are as a person. But here's the thing. You're right. Your journey was very like linear, just went, not linear, but you know, the trajectory was set. You went straight up and you are now a pour over man. However,
I am a pour over man. I am just a pour over man.
It's true. So when my journey is very much fashioned around what my life is like at that moment. So I, you know, when I have a season where I can slow down and spend time on my coffee, we had an actual like double boiler espresso machine, and I had like the portafilter and the tamp, and I'm doing all the thing, the grinding and like doing everything right there. I had the steam wand, the pitcher. I'm making myself lattes. It's delicious. It's amazing. And then I was about to have another baby, and I was like, I need the coffee just ready to go. So it just depends on my season of life. That's what I do. And now I'm in a Nespresso machine with,
which I loathe, and it's a necessity, and I get it, but it's just like it just tastes.
To be fair, I purposely buy the little lids that you can put on the pods so I can refill them with my own coffee, and then put the lid on, and then I brew my own coffee that I like. I don't really enjoy the like Nespresso brand or like the Starbucks pods or whatever. And I also think they're wasteful. But I do it so I can have a quick push a button. Here comes the espresso, froth the milk, put it in, and I have a latte within like a couple of minutes each morning. Yeah. That's where I'm at. Because that's the season I'm in.
I guess. Do you think you'll ever go back to like delicious coffee?
100%.
Because I feel like the idea is that I love my coffee like I love my woman.
Stop.
Bold and beautiful.
Don't.
And so that is our shower thoughts for
You're trying to wrap it up.
I was wrapping it up.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up. Okay.
You know, I got a little lost there. We're all a little lost, but I think that is the key is I love the idea. I now looking back at her story is that we see how our coffee journeys I become the more like.
You think you're better than me when it comes to coffee, and you are trying
I
to
don't
paint
think
a
I'm
picture.
better than you. I know that my coffee's delicious when I pour over.
No, the
slow pour over and the time and technique it takes. I'm proud of myself. I come from a journey that not many men go to.
You went from a poor man to a pour over man.
So saying that.
Okay.
So
all let's say. Great. Good time. That's our coffee journey.
That was our shower thoughts for the evening.
And currently, I say the best type of coffee is the coffee that fits your season. And you say the best is pour over or get out. So we're just in different camps in that way. Just a little different. It's fine.
Well, the tough thing is that you do. Okay, let me just rant a little bit. People should drink their coffee black.
Okay, let's go.
No, where's it?
Next.
There's no reason to add milk. There's no reason to.
I'm pushing the button.
There's no buttons.
We're
just saying.
Moving on.
Do not put coffee in black. Don't put milk in your black coffee. Taste it as is. Grow some chest hairs and get it done.
Enjoy your nasty hot bean water and be miserable. The rest of us put cream in because we love ourselves.
Because you're weak. You know it. And saying that, let's go to our culture.